Hello.
Hiya.
You're right.
I'm not too bad.
What are you doing here today?
Pardon?
What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, can you identify yourself properly?
Yeah, I can identify myself. I'm PC Nodes, attached to Wimbledon Police Station.
And your shoulder number?
You can see my shoulder number.
Well, not everyone can read numbers. That's why I'm asking you to
Can't
identify.
read. Okay, it's 3199. It's the
No
MSC.
worries. And yourself?
My name's PC Brito and my shoulder number is 2463.
Cool. Thank you very much.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm doing a bit of filming.
Okay. For any particular reason, or?
No, that's it.
No, just want to film
Yep.
back gates of the police station. Are you willing to give us your name or anything like that?
Why would I need to give you my name for?
You don't need to, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know, but why would I need to?
You don't need to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking, would you like to give us your name?
No,
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Okay. Where are you from? Do you know?
that's irrelevant.
Pardon?
That's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yep.
To what?
Well, why did it matter where I'm from?
It doesn't, I'm just asking.
Okay.
These are just normal questions I'm asking.
Yeah, but if it doesn't matter, then there was no need to ask it.
The encounter begins with the female officer immediately asking for Plaud's name. There's no reasonable suspicion, no offense, and no lawful basis, just an attempt to extract personal information she isn't entitled to. Plaud refuses, and rightly sound to UK law, unless he's suspected of specific offenses like antisocial behavior under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act. He's under no obligation to identify himself. That alone should have ended the exchange. But instead, she changes tactics. Where are you from? She asks a question that has no relevance to the situation when Plaud challenges her. She dismisses it with, "These are normal questions, except they're not investigative or evidence-based. They're just fishing. Nothing about his identity or location changes the fact that filming in public is entirely legal."
I'm under no obligation to give you my name.
Well, at this moment in time, I'm going to detain you for a purpose of search. I'll be searching today under Section 43 of the Terrorism
Okay,
Act.
right. Under Section 43,
Give me a
you need
second,
to give me
give me
the
a second.
specific part of Section 43. Don't just give me a number. You need to give me the specific part, and also as well, okay, to do with actually having so-called evidence to use Section 43. You need to make sure that you get this done correctly, and you
Sir,
tell me
with all
what
due
site,
respect,
what
can you-
actual
we're gonna just do our
part of
job.
Section 43.
Yeah,
no, it will be an unlawful
You
search.
can make a complaint.
It will be an
afterwards,
unlawful
okay?
search.
And if you
Okay,
want to complain
and
about it,
if you feel that way, you can make a complaint
Okay.
afterwards. But this
So-
is what we're going to do here and now. If you have an issue
so
with that,
what is your where is your actual proof of hostile reconnaissance?
we've explained to you.
Where is your proof of that?
at this moment in time, mate,
We don't
I
need
haven't
to
even
ask
gotten to
him.
my grounds just yet.
So what is
As I
your
said,
no
I just-
no? You're calling me a terrorist. You're
I'm
doing
not
it under
calling you
the
a terrorist,
you're
I'm
doing it under the Terrorism Act. Is that, or is that not calling me a terrorist? If
Not
you were
at
going to
all.
search me under the Terrorism
Not at
Act,
all.
no,
No.
no.
After Plaud calmly reminds him he has no legal duty to give his name, the male officer suddenly escalates, detaining him under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. That's one of the most serious powers available to UK police. It allows a stop and search only when there's reasonable suspicion of terrorism involvement. Refusing to give a name doesn't meet that standard. Plaud responds exactly as he should by demanding the officer quote the specific part of Section 43 that justifies the search the officer can. He doesn't cite the act, doesn't explain his suspicion, and fails to connect Plaud's actions to terrorism. That's critical, because the law requires officers to state their grounds clearly before any search. His inability to do so expose him as completely untrained and out of his depth.
Please make sure that you quote me the specific part of Section 43 that you're going to do this under.
As I said, you'll be searched today under
No,
Section-
you need to make
Section
sure
43
that
of the
you actually
Terrorism
give me
Act.
the specific
The
part
reason
of
being-
Section 43.
The reason being why I'm searching you today, sir, is because you've been quite evasive towards us when we come and
What?
spoken
Because I don't want to give you my name.
Yes.
Okay.
Questions.
Am I under any
That's
legal
fine.
obligation to
You're
give you
not,
my name?
however,
So how is that then?
But
How
you've
is
not
that
really
then?
given us a- you're not really giving
Well, it's a
us
public
Very
building. I'm
suspicious.
standing in public. Well,
Standing
hang on,
outside the
hang on.
police station filming it.
Is that against the law? Is, what I'm doing is what I'm doing.
You don't
Is
need
it
to break
against the law?
to be searched.
Okay,
You
but
need to
what?
be
No, but you're searching me
suspected.
under the
And we
Terrorism
have
Act.
suspicion
Okay,
to search
so
you.
your reasonable
And we-
suspicion.
We're not
What is
arguing
it?
We're going to search you.
Okay, right. Well, we'll go for it. Okay,
fine,
but it
as
will
I
be.
said.
It's completely unlawful.
Well, then you can make a complaint
You can make
afterwards,
a
can't you, sir?
Okay,
It's fine.
it's completely unlawful.
Okay, make a
and
complaint
abuse of
afterwards.
powers.
If you feel like that,
Okay.
make a complaint afterwards.
Right, because
It's all
I
being
would
recorded.
really,
You're
really want
recording
to know.
it. We're
I don't
recording
worry.
it.
Yep, and I
So
will
you can
carry
make a
on
complaint.
recording.
So you're going to be
Fine.
searched.
That's fine,
Okay.
you'll be
Then
searched
make a
today.
complaint
Okay.
afterwards.
As I said, the grounds being for the search is, yeah, because you've not really given us an actual
I don't have to
excuse as
give
why
you
you're
my
here.
name.
You've been
Well,
evasive
you've
towards
already
us.
said that it's because I
You've
won't give
also
you my
been
name.
quite obstructive at the
All
moment
right.
in time
Yep.
with the search.
Okay.
All right.
When Plaud challenges the legality of the search, the officer casually replies, "Make a complaint, that's not accountability, that's arrogance." It shows the mindset of someone who knows they're acting unlawfully, but assumes the system will shield them. That dismissive attitude says more about police culture than the stop itself. Here, law takes a backseat to ego when asked again for reasonable grounds. The officer admits the stop happened simply because Plaud wouldn't explain why he was there. That alone proves how baseless this detention was. Refusing to justify yourself on public property is not suspicious behavior. It's a legal right. Section 43 demands reasonable suspicion of terrorism. Not, "You didn't tell me what I wanted to hear." That's not law, that's guesswork.
I'm
you've
questioning the law.
That's fine. And also, the reason why we're searching today is because you've literally the only place that we've actually saw you search or film was the actual back door of a police.
Well, that
gate.
you've seen.
That's fine.
That you've seen,
which is a bit suspicious, and that's why we're doing it.
No. What you got to remember, that's your own feelings.
That's fine, sir.
That's your own feelings.
Fine, but you're still gonna get
it's not what the law is.
You'll be detained and you will be searched today under Section 43 of Terrorism Act. All right.
Have you been searched before, sir?
That's irrelevant.
It might be irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. I know, mate, it's a joke. They're searching me because I'm filming. Yeah, I know, mate. Bunch of turds, nothing more.
That's a bit rude.
Well, no, it's not.
We've only been pleasant to you.
No, you're not. You're abusing my legal rights.
I don't think we're abusing.
No, you are. You're abusing your powers. Okay. End of story. You're abusing your powers.
And as we said, if you feel that that's the case, then you can always make.
Don't worry, I will be.
That's fine.
Okay. You couldn't even quote. You could not even quote me the specific part of Section 43. Okay. You could not even quote me the right part of Section 43.
I'll do so. I'm going to put this inside your bag, all right?
Yeah, you do need to if you read it correctly and what the law actually is.
As the search continues, Plaud hits them with a powerful line. You couldn't even quote the specific part of Section 43. He isn't nitpicking. He's asking for the one crucial sentence. The law depends on. Section 43 allows a stop and search only when an officer reasonably suspects someone of being a terrorist. That's the standard, that's the safeguard, and that's exactly what he wanted to hear them confirm aloud. The female officer's reply, "We don't need to," is damning. That's completely false. They absolutely do need to. Section 43 is a major power, and with that authority comes a legal duty to state both the law being used and the ground for suspicion. The Terrorism Act 2000 and Code A of Pace make this crystal clear. Brushing off as unnecessary shows either alarming ignorance of the law or total disregard for it.
Okay.
And how long have you been a police officer?
The number is not the law. The number is not the law.
And how long
it's
have
the
you been a
wording
police
is what
officer
is the law. Well, you definitely don't know your job, do you? Okay,
well,
you definitely well and truly do not know your job because all what you're doing is you're abusing powers.
You're getting very angry over nothing.
Yeah, because I'm getting frustrated because of a turd such as you that think you can search me like this.
That's very rude.
Okay,
we've not actually been rude to you.
Right?
No.
Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, the pair of you. Okay, complete blatant use of powers.
Why are you so against us searching you?
You've abused your power, okay? You said that you got reasonable grounds, okay? As I already stated, okay?
It doesn't.
Now, as I said, now there's that, okay? I would like you to take that,
I don't
okay?
want that.
Right, do you know who the MPCC are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah?
I don't think I need that though.
Why not? Why not? Because you're going to find out
relevant to
that...
this
Yes,
search.
it is, because you're going to find out from the MPCC, that what you've just done is unlawful. Okay, and it clearly states that. No, it's not, okay? You talk utter crap.
And I actually.
You talk utter crap. The both of you, okay? You both took part in the actual... Well, either way, you searched my bag, you're a part of it. Okay? You're a part of it.
Okay.
Right? And you're both an utter disgrace.
Plaud then tries to show the officers a letter from a National Police Chiefs Council, NPCC, the body that sets nationwide policing policies and guidance. In simple terms, the NPCC tells officers how to apply the law in real-world practice. Their guidance isn't optional. It's a framework every police force is expected to follow. The letter Plaud presents is almost certainly the NPCC's guidance on photography and counterterrorism powers, which has been clear for years. Members of the public have the full right to film in public, and using terrorism laws against lawful photography is unlawful. In short, the document in Plaud's hand wasn't just a random printout. It was official UK policing guidance confirming exactly what he'd been saying all along.
To make a complaint if you.
Oh, don't worry, I do.
Okay, I'm sure you've
Okay.
probably done it before.
Right.
But it's all recorded on our body worn,
That's
which will
fine.
be uploaded.
That's
And once you
fine.
make that
Well,
complaint, they'll review the
as
body
I
worn.
said,
They'll be able to
okay,
review.
make sure that you upload it properly and don't damage it.
Don't damage it.
Yeah.
They're quite hardcore. I don't think they're that easy to damage.
Well, you two definitely ain't hardcore. Okay.
But even if
you
it-
two are an absolute joke.
Okay, well, even if the camera does get damaged in any way, you can still
Okay.
make the complaint. Any
No worries.
questions? No? Okay.
Any questions? Why would there be any question for you abusing my
I'm
rights?
just being kind. And
For you,
if you have any questions.
seriously, you're going to try and be kind, considering you just abused my rights.
We haven't.
Yes, you have.
Have a lovely
You're an
day.
absolute joker.
Bye.
Bunch of turds, nothing more. Okay? Absolute bunch of turds.
After finally handing Claude the stop and search form, the officers retreat inside. But the story doesn't end there in an update. Claude reveals he was offered a £1,500 settlement to quietly drop the case he refused. That's huge.
A couple of quick updates. So first of all, on these two tyrants here, these two tyrants, I've had an offer of £1,500, but it's been declined, and that's how it'll be because I want them in court, and that's.
Most people would have taken a quick payout, but Claude wants this to unfold in court, where the officer's conduct will face full legal scrutiny. This isn't about money, it's about accountability. If the case proceeds to trial, the payout could easily exceed the £1,500 offer with unlawful stop and search or false imprisonment claims, often reaching £5,000 to £10,000 or more, especially if aggravated damages apply. The difference is clear. A settlement hides everything, no admission of fault, no accountability, while a court judgment is public and forces their failures into the open. By rejecting the deal, Claude ensures this won't just be another taxpayer-funded cover-up. If he wins, it won't just cost the force money, it'll stain the officer's records and set a legal precedent against future abuses. This case also exposes how little training some officers actually have Section 43 is a serious power. Yet those enforcing it here couldn't quote it, explain it, or meet its threshold. That's not a small error, it's dangerous. When officers hold extreme powers without understanding them, the result is exactly what we saw. Unlawful detentions disguised as policing. Their behavior revealed how quickly ego replaces professionalism when training is lacking, from asking pointless questions to ignoring MPCC guidance. They weren't upholding procedure. They were trying to assert control. And every time Claude responded with the law, their frustration grew until they reached for terrorism powers they couldn't justify. This wasn't about public safety. It was about saving face. Claude turned one unlawful stop into a moment of reckoning. Whatever the outcome in court, the damage to the force's reputation is already done. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.